My name is Margaret. I live in a small town in Washington, the kind of town where the autumn leaves dance with the wind by the river. But spring hasn't visited my life in decades. I am 50 years old, but my heart feels centuries old, heavy, tired, and filled with memories that won't fade. My life, it's like a curse. Everyone I love dies. I don't know if it's fate, punishment, or something I did wrong, but I have learned to recognize the scent of death. It always finds its way back to me. I was only 23 when I first got married. His name was Michael, gentle, cheerful, full of life. We dreamed of a small house, children, quiet evenings. But dreams die fast. 2 years later, on a snowy night, his car slipped on the icy road. The next morning I got the call, and my world stopped. That night I asked God, why? All I ever did was love. There was no answer, only silence and the weight of fresh soil on a grave. I locked myself away for months. People said time heals everything, but I learned that time only hides the wounds, it never heals them. Years later I started teaching again. The laughter of children helped me survive. Their smiles were the only light in my darkness. Then came Richard. He was a librarian, calm, kind, and gentle. He understood my silence better than words. When he proposed, I hesitated, but his voice had truth in it. I thought maybe fate had changed. I was wrong. 3 months after our wedding, he collapsed at home. A heart attack, the doctor said. And just like that, I was widowed again. This time my heart died with him. People started whispering, "Margaret is cursed." And I began to believe it myself. I stopped looking in mirrors, afraid I'd see death in my own reflection. I promised myself never to love again. Years passed. Then when I was almost 50, a new music teacher joined our school, Henry. He too had lost someone. We shared quiet moments, coffee breaks, small talks that healed hidden wounds. One day he said, "Margaret, I know you've lost much, but life isn't over yet. Can we start again?" I looked at him and whispered, "Everyone who stays with me dies." He smiled, "Then I'll die happy, as long as it's with you." I laughed for the first time in years. We married in a small ceremony, just a few friends. For a while life smiled again. But fate wasn't done. A year later, Henry was diagnosed with cancer. I watched him fade away day by day, hour by hour. In his final breath, he told me, "Margaret, your love isn't a curse. It's a blessing. If dying means being loved by you, then I've lived well." I cried for days that had no end. And when he was gone, I realized I had become a graveyard of love. Now I sit by the river every evening. People call me the unlucky woman. But I'm not unlucky. I'm just the one whom fate kept testing. I look up at the sky every night and think of them. Michael, Richard, Henry. Somewhere they must be watching me. And maybe, just maybe, they know I still love them. Always have. Always will.